Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Final Show Films. I am Sen, your executive producer here. I want to thank you all for tuning in. I particularly want to thank our $25 tier supporters over on our Patreon page at patreon.com/FSFilms. Those being Trevi Alexander, Samantha Bates, and Elle, without whom we wouldn't be able to do nearly as much as what we do now. So thank you very much for your support over the years. And those of you that are watching live, please sit back, relax, and enjoy. And we're live.
Hello everyone, welcome to Pokemon Aftershocks, the Pokemon Tabletop United game we are running here on Final Show Films. I am Julia of the Zodiac system, and I will be your game master for the evening. I apologize, a lot of the parts in my head are being very loud tonight, so there may be times I need to just be quiet for a few moments. Enjoy the background music. I will start our introductions for our cast tonight with Sen.
I'm Sen, and I'm playing Kisaki So, the Pokemon Ranger who absolutely isn't about to punch a hole in the wall.
And Jack.
Hi, I'm Jack. I'm playing Ramon, the Pokeball tech that very successfully managed to keep everyone from floating away last time.
And
Let's see
Gary.
if we can do it again.
Hi, I'm Yare. I'm playing Annabella Hawthorne, the anxious researcher who was the one who floated away last session.
Yeah, but not this session. We'll see.
I mean, we'll see.
You could just start keeping large, heavy rocks in your pockets.
That'll definitely work.
I mean, that's all the gemstones she's carrying. So,
Fair enough. As always, Black Lives Matter, trans rights are human rights, eat the rich, fuck the Supreme Court, fuck the entire Republican Party. Yeah, I'll say that out loud. Fuck the entire Republican Party.
yep.
And
Remember that Mike Lindell was called out by a 12-year-old.
You know what?
I saw that.
It's such a good clip.
You know what? Whatever you like, let's just focus on that for a little while, like Pokemon.
Yeah, let's be positive.
Or as Shards in the chat indicated, Digimon.
Yeah.
Soon we'll have
Find
that.
your happy place and just spend a minute there.
All we need to do is look. Pokemon Infinity, the fan game Pokemon Infinity, did a Digimon Pokemon crossover. We can do that too here. We can be the first in tabletop RPG form.
Which is really funny because last night I was in a Digimon game. Tonight I'm in a Pokemon game on 2 different
Cross
channels.
Cross it over. Look,
Right?
we can find
Good though.
Hoopas in
Yeah,
this
cross
game. We can
All right, let me
find
pull up-
Digimon
Let me
in this
pull up
game.
my sheet for Heather from last night's game.
Anyways,
No, don't worry. A Digimon tabletop will be coming to this time slot at some point in the future.
I have to.
Apparently, the people who are making PTR version 2 are
Oh.
running a Digidex. So, 'cause I'm in their Discord.
we and first we'll do a Digimon, and then we'll do a Mega Man game, and
Oh,
jump through all of. We'll just jump through all of the classic '90s.
Should Friday night just be the video game hour?
Yeah.
okay, can we do Sailor Moon at some point?
Yes, I have a system.
I have.
Is it Guardians of Order? Because I really want to play that.
I have that. I also have Girls by Moonlight, and I
Girls
also
by
have,
It's solid.
I have desperately wanted to play a Tuxedo Mask character in a Sailor Moon game, which is to say, I show up, look pretty, and do nothing.
Bro Rose will leave.
Yeah, exactly.
can't do anything.
But I
Or
looked
did
good. Show up, support my girlfriend, and leave.
My girlfriend and her girlfriend.
Yeah, my
Tuxedo
girlfriend and
Mask
all of her
is the
girlfriends.
best character in any magical girl. That's the character to be.
Yeah.
If you're not the Jupiter, you're the Tuxedo Mask.
Look.
Those are the two ideals.
Tuxedo Mask says every kind of rights you want him to say.
Yes,
Like-
correct.
They made Uranus and Neptune cousins, and it made it so much
I
worse.
hate it.
Only in
Cousins.
the only in the American
in the
dub.
deep dub they are.
They're not cousins in the American dub either.
In
And
the deep
that's-
dub they did in Deek.
They're
in the deep
not
dub.
cousins in the American dub. They're
It's a lie.
closeted.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yes.
They're
And-
explicitly
and-
said
and-
cousins in the deep dub.
No. Well, this is headcanon, not accurate.
Yeah,
yeah.
And also, the only reason they did that was because it was a time when shitty companies were controlling dubs and
Yep.
censoring them without need.
Oh, cough, cough, witch of Mercury.
One last plug here, and then we can go to the actual recap. But I also had, oh, son of a bitch, it's gone. Oh, Princess the Hopeful, which is a World of Darkness game that is centered around magical girls.
Yeah. I've heard good things about that one.
Anyways,
Because it's a fan one, right?
Yes. Yeah. All right.
So
So
Pokemon.
last time in the Hoenn region, our trainers had a conversation with the two mythical Pokemon, or the two legendary Pokemon, Latias and Latios. They formulated a sort of plan, and you all were bestowed a gift by the Eon duo.
The only difference between mythical Pokemon and legendary Pokemon is PR.
Yeah, that's fair.
And base stats.
I mean, anyways.
And that there's potentially more than one, usually, sometimes.
Possibly. No, there's multiple Lugia in the anime.
PR.
Ramon had a very, very wonderful date with Stephen Stone and was asked back for a second one. While So and Annabella made preparations to get onto a ship to Pacifidlog town, which the team is going to stop at right before heading to Sky Pillar. On their way in, some new powers are discovered by our psychic Annabella, who started to float above the water and had to be ballooned to Pacifidlog town via rope, where
Vine Whip.
Yes, Vine Whip, that's it. In Pacifidlog town, Ramon did what Ramon does and found secret bases. Because he has a hyperfixation and we love him for it. Where he found a guest book that was signed by So's sister only a few days ago before you guys arrived. And then So, wondering the connection, decided to text her.
Well, no, she texted me.
Oh, that's right. You're right. Responding to to the call you made a few days ago.
Yes.
Which was simply, I can't talk right now. I am okay, with a period between the letters O and K. And that is where we're picking up today.
So, is there... Do Aoi and I have a sibling code that we developed when we were younger, that we like things that we could text each other that are innocuous and safe but mean different things?
Roll me intuition.
Your
DC for this is extremely low.
My good stat. Which sounded sarcastic, but it is my good stat because I'm an aura guardian.
Uh-huh. You can read people extremely well. How you use that information is a little bit off sometimes.
15. That was a self roll. It was meant to be public, but it's 15.
15. This is 100% coded. She is telling you that she is in danger.
Yeah. What I meant was, do I have a coded response?
Oh,
I could
a call and
back?
response.
Yeah.
There are a few. There was one that you set up, which was extremely innocuous, which is just flavors of ice cream. Which is vanilla is fine, strawberry is in kind of in a hot water, chocolate is shit has hit the fan.
I texting back. In that case, I'm responding. No worries. I just wanted to get your ice cream order.
There is about 5 minutes where there's no response, and then you just get back an emoji of a strawberry.
Which was what again?
Stuff is starting to heat up and become dangerous.
Do I have a way to respond to let her know Do I have a way to respond to see if she can let me know where she is?
There are a few ways you could go about this. You could just directly ask.
Which I wouldn't get an answer to, so I'm not trying that.
You can code it in continuing this ice cream language. Or you can ask for brain words.
And to be clear, you don't have to come up with specific code for us. You can just say yes, there is, and we can just abstract the whole thing.
Yeah. There is a code that you guys have set up.
So
to
through coded texting, basically, I want to try to see if I can let her know that that this is something that I'm working on and want to help her, and see if there's anything she can give me as far as location or a way to help her through that coded texting.
Roll me charm.
This one I'm bad at. I'm going to spend an action point preemptively to add a +1 to it.
Okay.
Any sort of modifiers for it, as far as like dice modifiers, as far as
you can go ahead and add 2 dice because she's your sister, and you've literally known her since she was born.
23.
23. You get 2 emojis back. Which is a square of green and a down arrow.
Moss Deep. So just has, for those of you, for everyone around him at the moment, so has been very straight-faced, seriously texting. And if you look over his shoulder, it doesn't look like he's texting. Like the voice in the text and the voice and the physical characteristics are not matching. And then after getting that, he just out loud he goes, "We need to go to Moss Deep."
Like now?
Yes.
Now or?
All right, let's go.
If this is emergency enough, sure.
Ramon was just standing there waiting the whole time.
Yep. And I'm immediately going out to see if we can get passage to Moss Deep from here.
I'll go check with the Pokemon Center because that's a good place to get these resources.
Ramon, you head inside of the Pokemon Center. The Nurse Joy up there is currently not busy in any way. Is actively leaned back in her chair reading a novel.
Excuse me.
Yes.
What's the fastest way to Moss Deep right now?
Fastest way to Moss Deep. Currently, there should be another boat leaving in the morning. Honestly, if you guys have a Pokemon that you could surf on, would be the best.
Thank you.
Of course.
I'm assuming I'm not finding any boats.
There is one more option.
Yes.
She'll look at your belt. What Pokemon do you have?
I don't have anyone that swims. I'll list my team.
Okay. She will slide open a drawer, which if you peek over, you will see a leather belt with 3 Pokeballs attached to it. And she will just disconnect one and set it on the counter. I'd be willing to trade my Lapras.
do you want someone's? I can't. I'm the Tinka-Tink is not willing.
Let the DM look at your party real quick.
I think the ones that are most likely up for grabs are probably the Venusaur and the Raboot.
And maybe the Crocolore. I don't know, now that the Venusaur has had narrative time.
That's
Them having narrative time is what makes them interesting.
fair.
Well, this is where I ask the question. Have you named Raboot yet?
No.
Okay, after finding no boats, I'm out there looking for Pokemon to talk to that I can convince to carry me over.
I think I have one in my box too. Wait, is this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? Yeah, that's all of them. They're one of them in the box.
She wants your Raboot.
All right. No hesitation.
Okay. You have a level 25 Lapras.
Nice. Thank you. Thank you.
Generate
lifesaver.
1.
You just got a fucking powerhouse too. God damn.
So you're swapping out Raboot for a Lapras?
And then Ramon is just rushing out to. So I got it. Just waving a Pokeball in the air.
Sorry, hang on. I'm trying to find where the... Ah, there it is. Goodbye, shiny Raboot. Is this a regular Lapras or a
But
shiny
Ramon
Lapras?
definitely mentioned that it was shiny.
Oh
Just-
yeah, she definitely wants that.
Just in case that he needs the Lapras.
Fair.
And if she wants one of his Pokemon, then this is good.
But yeah, no, I'm like, so looks over. What do you have?
I've got a Lapras. Let's go.
Okay.
That'll work.
So I'm assuming you let this out.
Yeah.
All of you can roll me a Pokemon education check.
It's not a Lapras. It's a Psyduck.
14.
On education.
Could I, being a ranger, could I roll survival instead?
Yes, you can.
$26.
Okay. Ramon, Annabella, Laprases are not supposed to be that big. So, Laprases are not supposed to be that big. If you had to guess, this thing is 3 times the size of a normal Lapras.
That is a massive Lapras.
Yes. Okay then.
Just a Moss-Deep, right?
Moss-Deep, yes.
I will.
Just pointing at it and looking at it.
I will first check out the aura. See what mood this Lapras is in via aura. I can't hear you if you're trying to be.
Oh,
heard.
no, I'm mumbling to myself.
Okay, cool.
Here is your nature listing.
Is there anything visually different about this Lapras apart from just big?
The blue on this Lapras is a lot deeper than you've seen on other representatives of the species.
Okay.
and its shell is a lot craggier.
Okay.
This is just a Gigantamax lapras.
That
Is it like a lobster?
there's no.
Or this one has
Technology in
gotten
this
old and nothing has killed it yet? Because that's what it sounds like from that description. It's extra craggy, extra big, extra blue. It's just old and hasn't died yet.
It seems extremely chill.
Okay. So then,
Its nature is docile. It is.
vibes.
So then via just connecting to it with Aura Reader, just holding a hand up. Hi there. If you can, it's extremely important that we get to Moss Deep, if you know where that's at.
I have intimate knowledge of where Moss Deep is.
Ooh. Ooh.
My
Takes us to Dewford.
This Lapras fucks.
my sister is there and she's in danger.
One of your pod is in danger.
Yes.
Hop on.
I'll look at the others. They're gonna take us.
Annabella will try to help Artorias on as best as she can.
He's struggling with stable footing, but you sort of basically post him up in front of a crag.
Just
So
give him
then-
a hug. Sit down and be
Yeah,
a seatbelt.
that's pretty much the vibe. Yeah,
Yes. Yes.
she's used to canine. She's used to canine Pokemon.
Yeah, I'm going to pirate ship crow's nest on this Lapras.
Okay.
You're going to climb on its head?
At least hang around the neck, I guess.
If the shell is as craggy and large as I've been led to believe, I assume there is an equally large spike at the top that I can hold on to.
Okay.
Yes, there is one spike, almost directly in the center.
Yeah.
Ramon is going to sit up near its neck so he can just say hi because he's really nervous. Just a gentle touch.
She's very cold to the touch, but her skin is soft. I think it would be scales. I think she would actually have scales.
Yeah.
It can still be
For
soft.
biology.
Yeah, could still be soft, but yeah.
Yeah.
And you all get situated on the Lapras, and I need all of you to make focus checks, please. No. Yeah, focus is fine. Because I was going to say this could also be athletics or acrobatics.
Oh yeah, no, let's take focus.
Athletics would be much better.
I could have done acrobatics, but it's the same value, so I don't actually care.
So there is. So this Lapras takes off, and so you fall backwards off of the crow's nest straight onto its back, and have to wrap your arm around a crag and pull yourself back up into a sitting position.
Yep.
She takes off like a rocket.
That's fine. That's good, in fact. Team Rocket blasting off again.
It's about midday, so she looks back at you while still just full force swimming as fast as she can, and will just look back at you and say, "We should be there by evening."
Thanks. And then to the others out loud over the surf, I assume.
Yes.
She says we should be there by the evening.
Wonderful.
You are all being sprayed. There is no all of your clothing is drenched. You will be fairly soaked by the time you arrive. But let me real quick do another one of these. Okay. You're fine. It is... You guys get about just before sunset, and you can see Moss Deep in the distance.
While we were jetting past Sky Pillar, did it seem like anything was going on there?
Everybody can give me a perception check.
I will also ask for any weird psychic residue going around up there, but near there, but we'll do the perception as well. Nope. Can't see shit, Captain.
7. Too much spray in our faces.
Ramon, the Sky Pillar seems normal. This is your first time in this area, so from what you've seen of pictures, Sky Pillar looks normal as you guys pass. The other two of you are sort of between the water and the speed. Just a little too much going on for your eyes to catch it.
Fair.
A couple miles out from Moss Deep, there is a moment where there is a sudden lurch as the Lapras has to dodge out of the way, a giant spike of water coming from one side. And the Lapras begins going into evasive maneuvers as there are just jets of this water launching up randomly throughout the path.
I'm trying to see if I can see what's causing that. What's doing that?
You guys are being chased by a school of at least 4 Sharpedo.
I would like to use my. I would like to try to use my capture styler to basically get them to calm to chill the fuck out.
Okay.
So just from the back of the Lapras, launching the capture styler and having it do its hypnotic pattern spin, basically in between them and the Lapras, so that they're sort of forced to look at it. Which is a survival check to adjust their attitude.
Just in case that doesn't work, Annabella is going to have Duquette on standby, out and on standby, kind of flying around Lapras.
Ramon is assessing whether or not he can toss an electric move in the water at them without upsetting, without disturbing Lapras.
21 on the chill the fuck out check.
Okay. It takes a second. But after about 30 seconds from tossing that styler out, the water stops being treacherous. And you see those 4 Sharpedo just sort of fan out and go in different directions.
So slumps back on the back of the Lapras.
That was lucky.
Kisses the styler. It's like,
they're not as dangerous as they seem.
No, but they get angry. And it's better to not have angry fish following you. And to the others, it's okay. Just an average day in the life of a ranger.
As the sun sets, you guys pull into the entrance to Moss Deep City.
Get off the Lapras.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Thank her profusely.
I will reach up and provide just gratitude pats. Thank you, friend.
You will give a polite sort of bow with her neck.
And then popping out Crash and Shiro. Crash, Shiro, and Hestia, and so that they can help us dry off because they generate heat passively.
Mm-hmm.
just shuddering and like just patting dry while Crash is just like waving his tail at the wet clothes to help them dry faster.
Yeah. Crowley, despite being a ghost, has to do the dog shake.
Ramon's just gonna look at his wet sleeve to check and see if anything weird is happening. Given that he is passively static.
The main thing you're noticing that every once in a while, now that you're when you were holding onto the Lapras, you had to like scrape off iron and basically like iron filings that have come out from the crag.
Oh, I see. Our Lapras is named after the goddess of victory.
She took us to Mosti.
Yeah.
I agree.
Well, Mikey.
Good name. Good name.
I'm gonna let out Twilight because I figure I don't have all the information for what we're doing right here, but I know it was urgent to get here, and I know we were concerned about So's sister, and having an extra set of eyes to wander around and figure out what's going on would be a good thing, and Twilight will be able to do that.
So while we're drying off, so we'll take a moment to stop and explain. All right, so I got a message from my sister. She's in danger, and it's starting to get dangerous. And she's here, somewhere in Moss Deep. Unless there's any other cities that Green and Down would be a reference to, which I can't think of.
Not really. Like, the only other place I can think of is Verdant Turf, but I think Moss Deep is the best fit for that exact emoji combo.
Yeah, I feel like Verdant Turf would have been grass.
Grass.
Everybody can give me a perception check.
And you said she is Zora like you. She's not psychic in any way.
Yeah, correct. I
don't know
how far. I don't know how far along in her training she was, but
no, it just means I wouldn't be able to track it. Though if Team Magma's nearby, I could try to find signatures of Courtney or other psychic Pokemon nearby. Might be.
Ramon is going to
right,
explain. Oh, sorry.
All of you are very loud.
Oh.
Do none of you know how to sneak?
Says who?
An extremely familiar voice, Sen.
I look over.
On top of one of the smaller buildings close to the beach is a blue-haired individual sitting wearing just a black band t-shirt and ripped jeans and Converse shoes.
That's the person we saw on the tape, right? In the security tape?
Different outfit, but yes.
Hang on. Making a roll.
Can I make an intuition check?
Yeah.
With a 13, I'm on that roof and wrapping her in a bear hug.
Yeah.
With the two, I haven't even put together that this is the sister yet.
She will sort of freeze for a second and then just sigh and hug you. What are you doing here?
And then I am hopping off the roof while still holding her and landing on the ground.
There is a
very
doing? Quickly cut off scream as she throws her hands over her mouth when you jump down.
Don't you know how to sneak?
I do.
What are you doing here? Why are you not at home?
I had my reasons.
I'm
It
sure.
got out of home.
Sorry, what was that? Was that?
I had my reasons, and it got out of hand.
Yeah, I can tell. Why are you with Magma?
I'm currently keeping friends alive.
Okay, explain. Here, well, before you hang on, I look over at Ramon and Satomi and Annabella. Secret base.
Yes.
Oh, rad! You guys have one of those?
Yes.
No, right here.
I gesture towards a wall.
Yep. It just secret base time. We're not hiding it.
Yep. And then continuing to carry her into the secret base.
Once we're in the secret base, I'm gonna turn on like edit mode so nobody can come in.
She was sort of taking everything in. Well, you definitely upgraded from your bedroom.
Okay, so what's going on?
Okay, a couple of weeks ago, some people came to town looking to recruit some friends for what they touted as an ecological mission to help Pokemon. And before we knew it, we were here, and I was in a uniform, and things are crazy. That Courtney bitch is gonna get us all killed.
Yeah, after she gets done killing everyone else.
There were a few of us that went down in the fight on Mount Chimney. Thankfully, none of my friends are dead, but I have seen more loss in the last few weeks than I care to ever revisit in the rest of my life.
Excuse me a moment. A slight rewind here. Also, hello. My name is Annabella. I'm one of Zoe's friends. There was a fight on my chimney. What happened?
Well, we were told by Courtney to wait at a certain location, and then when we arrived, we were to keep any and all retaliation against us to a minimum with excessive force. And we popped out on Mount Chimney for whatever she was looking for. And we were met by a few Officer Jennies. I don't know how they knew we were going to be there. There was also a couple Rangers that helped in the fight. So I'm in real trouble.
Yeah, I know.
No, I'm in real trouble.
What do you mean?
I may have, definitely did end the life of a Jenny. Of an officer.
The Rangers already know people are being recruited by force.
It's not just in Hoenn. I am fighting alongside people from Paldea and Kalos and Oribos and Ore and...
Is there anyone else? Is there anyone else from the clan in there?
No. Mom and Dad don't... I mean, they know I'm gone now, but they didn't even really know I was leaving.
So Courtney is leading this cross region, not just here in Hoenn.
Apparently.
I'm just gonna like both hands on the side of her face, just sort of direct her to focus on me. First of all, you're not in trouble. You were following the orders of a madwoman, and it did end someone's life. And that is a bad thing. But you weren't in control of the situation.
I was only following orders is not a good enough excuse.
Yeah, but we know that's not the only excuse.
Courtney, in this particular case, Courtney is currently wielding powers beyond mortal comprehension and control.
Mm-hmm.
It's not an excuse in this particular case. Because if you don't, we've seen what happens to people that don't follow her orders.
Yeah, you haven't seen... She's chucking people into other places.
What do you mean?
She's had grunts just flat out thrown through portals. She'll just open a portal to a random location and throw them there when they don't obey or they badmouth or, God forbid, one of them tries to attack her.
Annabella will remove her, like, reach around her neck and pull off her necklace and just let it dangle in front of her. She's going to try and see if there's any of, like, Courtney's psychic residue on Aoi.
Okay, go ahead and roll me a focus roll for that. It is focus for that, correct?
Let me check. It just, if it's this ability, I believe it just works. I believe I can just sense it.
Yep.
I think it's this one.
Body widely clear of psychic residue. There is a halo of psychic residue around her skull.
And clearly Courtney's signature.
Yes, yes.
She blinks for a few seconds. Courtney's done something to you.
I'm sorry, what?
Sorry, I'm psychic. I have some
Oh, and she takes a
abilities.
step back.
No.
It's okay.
She'll put the necklace back on. I'm not going to do anything. I didn't do anything. I promise.
Okay.
I won't do anything else without explicit consent.
If so trusts you, I trust you.
No, she's fine. She's good.
Takes a second,
Your mentor.
realizing her mistake.
What was that, Jack?
You need to reach out to your mentor.
Yeah, I know.
We need to reach out to a lot of people if this
Yeah.
is happening in multiple regions.
I'm going to take a moment and analyze Aoi's aura and just see if there's anything wrong with it. Now that I know that Courtney has apparently done something to her.
Yeah, Annabella just motion around her head like a halo.
Yeah.
So her aura is currently orange, which you read as nervous or anxious.
Yeah.
If you look just a slight bit, if you focus in just a slight bit, her aura is different because it takes you a second to realize what's wrong with her aura until you realize there's an outline. Just a very thin outline of black energy around the edges of it.
Do I know what could cause that?
It could be any number of things. She could currently have inner conflict going on. This could be a holdover from the murder. This could be something Courtney has done. There's a number of things that it could be.
So I'll look at her. So again, go from focusing around her to put back on the face. How far along did you get in your training?
She'll hold up her bracelet, which has a mega ring on it.
Can you read aura?
Yeah.
Okay. Why is there an outline on yours?
What?
So's from her perspective, So's aura is always like tight to his body. He's always like repressing it basically. He'll let it flow a bit, and just so that she has an example. And I'm going to try to adjust myself to a mental state where I can reflect that line on myself, if I can.
Roll me focus.
There's also a halo of psychic residue around you, around your head. The rest of you is fine, so I don't think she's done anything physically. But I have a hunch she might be trying to affect your mind in some way.
7. Probably not enough, I don't know.
No, you can't figure out a way to replicate what's going on with her aura.
If you look at the edge of your aura, where mine is free, yours is bound by a black line.
You'll see her eyes sort of glow a little blue.
I'll look over at Artorias and through aura reading, check and see if he can see it too.
He just sort of, his eyes flick to you and then flick back to her, and he just gives the subtlest of nods. That's so fucking weird. I haven't even looked in days. I wonder what that means. I asked him, but honestly, talking with you was dangerous enough.
Is this something our business partners could help with?
I don't. As far as the, when we met them, did I get the sense that they could read aura?
Let me know. I don't have access.
They're not fighting
They're
types.
empaths.
They're not fighting types, so I don't know if they would or not.
They're psychic types, though.
They're psychic types, and they are empathic. Because they're Pokemon of emotion.
Yeah. And aura is emotion. It's just a different way of reading it than psychically.
Yeah. So it don't even be aura per se, but they are like hyper empathic. Possibly.
Wait, I'll pull up the books and see if there's anything on this.
Yeah, possibly.
But yeah, Ramon brings up a really good point. This is a
thing that could absolutely maybe work on.
Ramon is also very intentionally not saying what he means, because we don't know what's going on.
Let's not let on.
Yeah.
And bringing it up would be a risk.
Yeah, look over and go, yeah, let's see.
Would you feel comfortable just hanging out in one of the rooms for a minute?
Guess she'll start walking down the hallway and open a door.
Oh, Twilight will offer to go with her.
Okay. She will accept.
Their domains are love, heroism, and fate. So.
What am I thinking with empath stuff? Maybe I was thinking of the Lake Trio.
They are empathic. Like they just.
Okay.
But that's from being a psychic. So.
So yep, you guys hear the door close.
Look over.
Like, Annabella's been trying to hold back the fear in her eyes the entire conversation. She doesn't say anything, but it's clear she is shook.
Ramon hasn't. Ramon doesn't see the need to hide that this is a scary fucking situation. We can ask them.
Yeah, sure.
We can. Just
to be clear, so was agreeing with that. Was agreeing with that earlier.
Yeah, but so has the buttons.
My concern.
Oh, right.
My concern with this, however, if we ask Latias and Latios to help, and Aoi sees that Latias and Latios are helping, Courtney might be able to pick up on that, or read her mind in some way. I don't
Question
know
for
what
the DM.
exactly on her capabilities.
Jack has a question for Julia.
What was that?
Was I friends with like any freshmen when I graduated that might still be on campus?
Yeah.
We should
Yeah,
send
easily.
So somewhere else to ask them about it before combining the two parties.
Possibly. We are also in Moss Deep City. And I don't know if if you two know, but the gym leaders here are psychic type gym leaders. A pair of twins, in fact.
Peyton and Liz, yeah.
Liza, but yes.
Liza, yes.
They might be also help if we don't want to pull the legendary Pokemon card.
If it's something to do with Hoopa, though, they mimight not be able to
I'm
help.
not sure exactly. I don't know exactly what the problem is. I just saw something in her, I just saw a ring of residue. I can't tell exactly what's being done to her.
Do I know how to cleanse someone's aura, like of malicious influence or anything? Would that be a thing that an aura guard? I feel like that's something that an aura guardian would know how to do. I don't know.
Yes, there are a few ways. Deep inner reflection and meditation for a long time. That is the slowest route.
Yeah.
That's you know that is slow because that is literally you to fix your aura in a meditative state. You must go inside yourself to fix the parts of yourself that are broken mentally in your inner space, and then your aura can be healed.
Yeah.
Therapy.
That is a like weeks long process to do. One of the other ways is to flood the body full of so much of a different emotion that it flips the switch to the other side. That's dangerous because then you have somebody in an extremely high emotional state. There are also stories of mountain springs that could supposedly cure the soul and heal anything that has been done to your aura or your energies.
Yeah.
I've got somewhere I could take the cards and ask without her knowing, if we want to do that.
Again, my concern is Courtney finding out that we have access to them through her.
Yeah, but if we ask them elsewhere.
Perhaps.
Not here. I've got a mate on campus.
Fair enough. I need to make some phone calls if this is happening in Kalos.
Here, I'll pull out the cards.
She said Paldea as well, I would maybe suggest.
I'll make some phone calls, but she's right here.
He'll pull out the cards. Yes. And hand them to Ramon. Here.
You gonna be good?
Yeah.
You stay here with her.
Yeah.
I'll head out.
I'll leave you to handle her, so I don't think she wants my help, particularly.
No, that's fair.
I don't blame her. And apologize to her for me.
I will. After they head out, I'm gonna text my mentor and ask if they can get to Moss Deep as soon as possible.
you get back, the only thing you get back is a thumbs up emoji.
I'm going.
Which for you, having known them for a long time, either means they are currently traveling and unable to give a full response, or under duress.
I'm going to reply to that thumbs up with a geolocation, basically, of where we've put the secret base.
Okay.
And then head to the room where my sister is.
She is currently sitting on whoever's bed this is, just tossing a Pokeball up in the air and catching as it falls.
All right.
She sits up quickly. Well, what'd you find out?
We're shooting messages to people all over and trying to get more information about what we can do. Your friends, are they here or are they elsewhere?
They're at another secret location.
Okay.
Her thought process was Maxie was able to be stopped because they had one base. They had one easily figure outable location. Whereas Courtney has set up about 14 safe houses to use as bases throughout the region. I don't know where all of them are. I'm here. I have a friend here, but 3 friends from town were taken. So I have to hope whenever we're summoned for the next fight, they're there so I can protect them. Also, do you have any food?
Yeah. And I'll just take her to the kitchen.
And she devours whatever you put in front of her. She'll eat 2 plates of food before she stops, pushes the food to the side, and turns to look at you. Thank you, I haven't eaten in 2 days.
Why?
Resources are low. We rotate who gets to eat.
Is there a regular time for when she calls these meetings?
No. Everything's been random. I can't figure out whatever pattern she's trying to use.
Okay. Tell me everything. Tell me who the friends are that went with you, how long y'all have been here in the region. Names, photos, whatever you can tell me.
I've been here about a week and a half. Which is about 2 days before the attack on Mount Chimney. I'm sorry I didn't contact you sooner, but
it's all right.
Things have been crazy. Quite frankly, I haven't had my phone until the last 24 hours. I'm going to get in trouble for sneaking it out of storage, but
don't worry.
I'll delete all the texts. I know how to cover my tracks.
After getting information from her, so we'll go. Are there any spare uniforms in the hideout that you're at?
There are a few.
Any that'll fit me?
Easily. Honestly, there's probably uniforms for your whole crew. What are you planning? No, I don't even have to ask. Why are you going to do this?
Because you're in trouble and your friends are in trouble. And I'm going to get you out of it.
I am...
It's my job as a Pokemon Ranger. It's also my job as your big brother.
Oh, don't pull that card.
I was born with it.
Fine. I can probably sneak back into the around midnight. I can probably sneak back into the base, and if you guys are here for the night, I can probably get you uniforms in the morning. But it's gonna have to be early, and I'm gonna have to not be seen.
How many people? How many people in the base are zealots, loyal?
Maybe half.
How many is that?
About 20.
I can take 20 people.
In a fight?
Yeah.
So that's...
He just grins.
Don't be stupid.
All right, fine. But that tells me that there's enough people in there that 4 or 5 extras won't go too terribly noticed.
No. We're switching around recruits all the time. We're moved between bases every couple of days, so...
Right.
But the bases, from what I have been told, are stable locations that are not planning on changing. It's just that we're rotating individuals.
So my thoughts are, we sneak in as part of the group. Next time there's a big group meeting, we go with you. You get your friends, get them together. We get you and them out, get some valuable intel, and maybe, give Courtney a black eye while we're there.
Good luck. I don't. She terrifies me.
Oh, I've met her before.
And you're walking?
The aura that he's been not holding on to begins to rile up and turn red. Yeah, I am.
Well. Okay. Yeah. I'll help you sneak into a Team Magma base.
All right. I'll run it by the others when they get back, but I think this is probably the best way to get you and your friends out of there.
Yeah. Definitely.
The aura calms down.
I am worried for numerous reasons, but please, for Arceus' sake, if Courtney shows up, get out. And I do not mean grab me and go. I mean get the fuck out of there.
You worry about your friends.
And she's left you alive already, she'll kill you the second time.
You worry about your friends. Let me worry about Courtney.
That's where we're going to go to break.
Those of you that are watching live, please stay tuned for these commercial messages. Remember, when we take our break, you take yours. So stand up, touch your legs, move around, do whatever you need to do. And we'll be back in just a few minutes. we're back. A dinosaur story.
Our camera opens as Ramon and Annabella exit the secret base. Where are the two of you going?
I am on my phone. The whole time I'm walking towards the campus of my college.
Okay.
Annabella is just going to make her way towards there's that lighthouse at one of the bottom corners of Moss Deep on the white cliffs that she's going to just kind of park herself at the cliffside.
Okay.
Just somewhere nice and calming.
So Annabella, what are you? What is your current goal? What is Annabella?
The current goal is to let people know that this is a lot worse than it already was.
Okay.
This is spreading a lot bigger than we thought it was. So she is going to pull out her rotund phone, kind of let it float in the air in front of her. Very much Crowley right there with her. And call Professor Birch.
Okay. It will ring a few times, and then you will hear the sound of a receiver being picked up, a few curse words. Hi, Professor Birch's office. Ophelia speaking. How can I help you?
Hi, Ophelia. It's Annabella.
Anna, hi. Howard, you wouldn't be calling me if it was good news.
No, unfortunately.
Okay. Give me just a second.
Of course.
There is a little bit of music playing as she has put you on hold.
Mm-hmm.
And after a minute, there is a click and hello.
Professor, I would say it's lovely to hear, great to hear from you, but I am sadly the bearer of bad news right now.
Okay. Lay it on me. What's going on?
Okay, so we have made a bit of a detour due to some personal issues with something to do with So's family. We are currently in Moss Deep.
You see him do some mental math. That's a little off course.
Well, we were in Pacifidlog town and then So got some news.
All right.
We have on good authority that Courtney's machinations are a lot more widespread than just Hoenn.
Would you care to elaborate?
Apparently Courtney has machinations spanning to what regions was that? Ore, Chaldea, Kalos. And what was the last region? It was the homebrew one you were talking about?
Yes, Urabos.
Orabos.
And also, obviously, Sinnoh.
Yeah.
And some in Sinnoh.
Specifically, she's recruiting from all those places.
Which means she's influencing it with machinations.
If she's recruited from those areas, I highly doubt she left the other regions alone.
Unlikely.
Oh, great. Okay, I'm gonna be up making phone calls all night. And you will hear from the background, I will be helping.
I can also assist with some of my contacts, if need be.
Of course, if you have anyone who is capable of being helpful in this situation, I would gladly take the help.
I can at least get hold of my parents and Professor Sycamore.
Okay.
Just to make sure everyone's safe. I know I just had a lot more work and I do apologize.
No, this is what I asked you guys to do. This is fantastic. I mean, it's awful, but this is fantastic. This is a leg up we didn't have before. So, yeah, bad news, but fantastic news. Because it gives us a direction. So we can start contacting different regions, telling them to be on the lookout for any magma grunts, anybody trying to do any form of recruitment drive.
Was the bit about the ecological recruitment in the room with them, or was that just with So?
Yeah, you were in the room at that point. That's because
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
in the same. It was in the same section of information.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to. Yeah.
Yeah, that's how they're recruiting is via like pretending it's an ecological like rescue thing.
Yeah. Uh, let them know that Courtney's been doing it under the guise of ecological campaigning, which I don't know how that
Right.
fooled anyone after the original, but
Well, they are from different regions.
at least in Hoenn anyway.
All right. That's a fantastic lead. What are next steps? I'm going to assume you can't name your contact, which is fine.
For their safety, it's best not to.
I would rather not name down.
We also think there's some psychic interference in play with some of the recruits. Oh, I picked up that there was some psychic interference. Possibly mind control? Unsure.
Where?
When I did a scan of, I won't go into the details, but when I did a scan of our contact, there was a halo of psychic residue around her head, their head. She won't actually say that was me. I can sense it's Courtney's psychic powers. I can't place the effect.
I have a few psychic contacts I can reach out to.
I am also in Moss Deep, if that would help any.
You're in Moss Deep. I mean, Stephen Stone lives there.
Yes.
So if you need his help for anything, he's available, potentially. I have a few contacts at the college there.
As does Ramon, actually.
Oh, but that's more on the engineering side of things.
Possibly, but any little helps.
Yeah. Okay, I will start making some phone calls. Thank you. Let everybody know that we've not really made much progress on our side. There haven't been any new discoveries in the last 24 hours. Outside of what you guys have given us.
Will do.
Good luck. Stay safe.
Yeah, to you as well.
And he will hang up the phone.
Hey. Message will go out into the group chat to say, no updates from Professor Birch. We'll be contacting other regions' professors. Just kind of keeping everybody up to date with the situation. I think this is where she takes a deep breath, and I'm debating whether force just to call straight to Sycamore or to her parents. Actually, would she have Sycamore's number? She's not like a professor in her own right yet.
Roll me a D100.
Last time you called your parents because you didn't have Sycamore's number, if I recall.
Mm-hmm.
This is true. Correct. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you.
In that case, she will call home.
It will ring once and then, hello?
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Annabella. It's nice to hear from you.
It's great to hear from you as well right now.
What do I owe the pleasure of the evening call?
Odd question. Everyone's safe. Right now, yes, for you.
Safe? Yeah. I don't think anything's been out of the ordinary in town.
Right. So there's a
There.
bit of an issue.
Okay.
The problem that we have been looking into, the Courtney situation.
Yes, the psychic woman.
Yes, the magma resurgence. It is a lot worse than we thought it was.
Oh my. Okay.
Um,
How much worse?
we do not believe it's localized entirely in Hoenn. We have on good authority that she's been recruiting from multiple regions, possibly all, but at least multiple, including Kalos.
I will let Professor Sycamore know as soon as possible. Um, have you been listening to the news?
We've been busy traveling quite often.
The stones at Geosens have started to glow.
Just blink, blink, just. Excusez-moi?
The stones at Geosenge have started to glow, and no one knows why.
That's. Huh.
It's disconcerting, to say the least.
Extremely.
I actually fly out there tomorrow um, to take a look at everything. So I will actually be with Professor Sycamore. So, but I will call him when I'm done with this phone call. Sorry, my medication is starting to wear off.
No, it's fine. Also, thank you for the reminder.
What was that?
Also, thank you for the reminder.
Good. Yeah, is there anything else I should know? Anything that I need to outside of what you already
Yes.
said?
Spread, let Sycamore know and anyone who might be able to get information out that Courtney's been recruiting under the guise of ecological campaigning, much the way that Team Magma was in the original incident. Especially in other regions where that might not be as obvious.
Okay. Yeah. And you've heard furious pen scribbling this entire time.
But and she'll give the rest of the missed details. But no, I just wanted to let you to get someone know so they can get it across as much Kalos as possible.
No, I appreciate this.
Professor Birch is working on other regions.
Okay.
And I just wanted to make sure you were all safe.
We're okay.
Okay.
How are you doing? Honestly, sweetie. How are you doing?
Honestly, safe currently.
Okay, that's good. It's a great start.
Scared. Very, very scared.
Good. If you hadn't been, I would be worried.
A few reasons. With all of this happening and my abilities being a bit developing new ones at unexpected times.
Your mother perks up immediately. You're developing more powers.
Yes. While we were on the boat to Pacifidlog yesterday, I was trying to search for a Frillish.
Okay.
And I was not paying attention. I was focused on the water. And all of a sudden, I was 30 feet behind the boat and 10 feet up.
Oh my. You can fly? Or levitate?
Yeah, perhaps levitation. I haven't really tried it yet, like in a controlled environment.
You have to let me know how it's going.
I'll
Keep me up.
see what I can do. I'm more concerned than anything. Especially since this isn't something I'm not really practicing.
Well, I always did tell you were going to bloom late. So, honestly, they're gifts.
I
I
suppose.
have seen your abilities as gifts since you were a very little girl.
I suppose. Thanks. Thank you. I should, I have more business to do, unfortunately.
I won't tie you up anymore.
I wish Dad the best for me, obviously.
Of course. I will remind him to eat for you as well.
Of course. And she'll just give a wave goodbye.
And she'll hang up.
And with that, she's petting Crowley and looking out on the sea. And in the last part of the conversation about, it's like letting her know how it's going, kind of plays in her mind over and over. And she just tries to let her, like, lift herself off the ground, just, like, still cross-legged.
Okay. Roll me a focus check.
"19.
So you sit and you close your eyes and try to focus on that same feeling you had when you were levitating over the water, and you feel it. And you open your eyes and you're about 15 feet in the air.
Oh, this is. And she'll. It's a weird feeling. She tries to stand up while in the air.
It takes you a second to figure out how to do that without resistance.
Yeah.
You are able to maneuver.
And just kind of tries to move around, like, horizontally, just a little bit. Just.
It's slow going.
Yeah.
It's definitely not comparable to Satomi's flight, but you are levitating and able to have a decent amount of control over the directions.
Yeah, I do have a levitate speed of 4, so when she gets, like, knack of it, it will be, like, not terrible, but not amazing. But yeah, she takes a second and she's not sure 100% what to think. There's kind of mixed emotions going on in her head. And she lowers herself back down. And then she has that quick moment of inspiration before taking a bottle of pills out and actually taking her meds.
Crowley is beyond excited that you are floating. And when you land, he basically tackles you to lick you.
She just gets glumped by him. She'll take the legs. And at least one of us is excited. Just pets right behind the little tombstone on his head.
Is there any other calls you need to make?
That will be it.
Okay. Our
Or
camera
the little
shifts.
candle, not the gravestone.
Our camera shifts over to the campus of a rather small college, only a couple of buildings and 2 dorm houses, where Ramon is currently looking to meet with some old classmates of his.
Oh, so I've been texting my friend the whole walk over. Just hey Buggy, have class has been kicking your ass. You still in? there's only the one dorm building for guys.
Mhm.
You still on whatever floor he used to room on, ribbing at him, and I'm just going to have myself let in to the. I'm not telling him I'm coming. I'm going to slip in when a student walks in, because you just do that, and walk up to whatever floor he's on and look for his door.
Okay. You're able to find it. Each one of these doors has name signs, so you're very easily able to find it, especially since his has his legal name crossed out and Buggy written over it in red Sharpie.
That's fantastic. I'll text him to open his door.
You'll hear a thud from inside, and then
Oh, I
the
won't.
sound-
I've turned off my hearing aids.
Oh, okay. So
I
yeah,
don't see here.
after a couple of moments, the door opens,
You
and
feel the thud more than hear it.
Probably.
and Buggy just sort of takes a step back. When did you get in town, dude?
Like maybe an hour ago.
And first thing you want to do is come here?
I need your room.
Whoa, hold on. But look, we were great buddies when you were here, but like, slow down. Give me an intuition check.
And I'm making a serious face, right? This is serious business roll.
Yeah. Buggy is reading this situation wrong until you like very seriously take a look at him, and he goes, okay, yeah, come on in. And he has to move aside a few in progress projects, but he does have this is a single bedroom, so there is the lofted bed on one side and the work desk on the other side.
Oh.
Yeah, so what's going on?
I'm in deep with some hot shit that I'm not liking. I'm not going to get you wrapped up in it.
Good, great instinct.
You're not. I just need a space that's not where I was to call a friend.
Yeah, by all means. He will grab his keys and exit the room.
I'm going to just pick up one of the cards. You can flip a coin to figure out which one, and press the button.
As you click that button, there is for the camera. As you click that button, there's a high-pitched noise that goes out for just the briefest of seconds, and the card vibrates and then goes silent and cold.
I'm just gonna sit there and stare at it.
And you sit there just looking at it for about 5 minutes, which is when you're startled by rapping on the window.
I will open the window.
Is it like, is it gangster rap or is it like educational rap?
Will
Early
Smith.
answer. And Latios goes human form and steps into the room. There were more of you last time.
We've spread out a bit.
Okay.
Uh,
He looks around and notes the surroundings.
You remember the one with the stupid name?
Yeah. So
His
What about him?
sister is in a lot of trouble, and we wanted to ask if it sounded like something you could help with, because we don't know.
Well, I need a little more info, but probably.
Um, there's something going wrong with her psychic aura, and also her aura, and maybe she's being mind controlled by Courtney. Courtney's involved.
Of course she is. I mean, you wouldn't have called me otherwise.
I
Okay.
wouldn't have called you if it wasn't his sister.
Good to know. Three guessed question. Where are you finding the psychic residue that's causing a problem?
Should I roll a check to see if I can recall this information?
You can roll me a focus.
I was gonna say Annabella did say it out loud.
Oh, I think I can recall it.
Yeah.
This region.
Was it more of a dome or more of a line?
It was described as a halo.
Okay, that's one of two things. Courtney is either listening to everything this girl thinks and says, or that's a detonator.
Is there anything we can do?
He will just reach his hand out. I'm going to regret to say this, but please give me the other card.
Card handed over.
Click. And there is about 2 minutes of you two just standing and looking at each other as you wait, and then you finally hear, is there anything I can help with specifically? Or is this just a social visit? I'm fine with either, I just need to know. And she just stops and then looks between the two of you. Oh, this is serious. What's going on?
So's sister is Courtney broke So's sister?
Okay, I need to know what kind of broke. Like mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually.
I'll look to Latios, because he understands what's going on better than I do. Latios knows everything I know.
She's either got a mic or a detonator in her head. We can fix that. Yeah, we can fix that, definitely. We would need to see the individual to fix it, though.
Would it be safe for you guys to do that?
That entirely depends on which of the two routes she took with that. If the mic is set up properly, she will know everything she's thinking and saying, which means if you know this information already, Courtney does too. But also means that if she thinks holy shit legendaries, we're in trouble. At least that's my assumption.
If we went to the gym leader instead, would they be able to confirm which one it is without detonating anything?
Big maybe. Big maybe. I don't know the entire extent of their capabilities, but they are human. Not to put too fine a point on it, but your abilities don't match ours in comparable power.
I'm not qualified to make a decision here.
Okay. And then I assume we need to talk to So.
So's with her right now.
We can undo either of them, but it takes time. Probably about a day, depending on how deeply implanted and ingrained it is. If she's toting what power you said she has, then it might be a day or two before we can get her undone. But we will be able to get her undone. Tate and Liza might take longer, which I don't know if that's a gamble you're wanting to take.
I'm
It is
not.
entirely up to your group and this individual. We
I
can't.
think it is.
We can't really help if she's not willing.
You know so much more about this.
Yeah.
That if you don't think the threat of making yourselves and your position in this known, if you think that makes it too dangerous, I won't tell anybody you could have helped.
I mean, can't we just blindfold her? Like, there seems like a simpler solution here that we're overlooking.
Just blindfold her and don't tell her who's helping her.
Which is a bit of a trust. I mean, it depends on what she agrees to, I guess, out of character.
I'll call So.
So, you and your sister have finished dinner. Well, she finished dinner, you have cleaned up. And as you're turning around to talk to her, she's just been chatting about things you missed at home.
Yep.
You know, I finally broke that planter that Mom's been threatening to kill both of us if we ever broke. She didn't even notice for 2 days. Like just all sorts of the tiny little things that the two of you would share.
Yeah.
And as you turn around to make your next claim, your phone starts to ring.
I will answer it, not on speaker.
Oh.
Oh.
Will she let us blindfold her? And we should probably use earplugs.
Yes.
It's going to take at least a day.
That part might be tricky. I'll look over at her and then... Can you be gone for a day without dramatic consequences?
I have base watch from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. and then I'm off for the day.
Yes, tomorrow.
You've got What's her name who can pretend to be you?
Zodwa, yeah.
Can we buy time?
Not to the degree that we would need for that.
Right. Thanks. And the phone hangs up. And I will share that information with Latios and Latios.
Oh, wonderful. If she's going to agree, that'll make things so much easier. You humans have such a tendency to fight back when something intrudes in your head. I mean, good on you. Protect your home.
So Ramon will share what time she said that she could be back with us. So that they know and where we are specifically.
Okay, we'll see you in the morning. Is there anything else we should know? Anything at all that you can think of that would be important?
Oh God. They're everywhere. They're kidnapping people. They're pretending to be ecologists. They're evil and terrifying, and I hate this.
Is there anything you're not telling us? You see Latias just sort of squint at you while looking at you.
Can I make a focus roll to remember anything I'm forgetting?
Yeah. Nothing else that was said is important to this. The only other information that you left out is that their resources are low and they're
Ramon doesn't.
you don't
Ramon doesn't know
I
that.
don't know that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's all the information you've got.
Not through any attempt to deceive you. I don't remember anything else. It's a lot. It's really overwhelming.
They both visibly relax. Okay, yeah, we'll meet at the coordinates tomorrow, about 11:30. Tell her to be hydrated.
Okay.
And to have an empty stomach.
All right.
Good luck. If Courtney is listening in, it was wonderful knowing you.
Gee, thanks.
Remember, you can always, and she just mimics pressing that button before just standing on the windowsill and falling backwards.
Like the dramatic bitch she is.
Why do you always have to make everything a show? And he just steps up onto the windowsill and jumps before turning back into Latios.
I'll text Buggy and say, hey, thank you. That was a big deal, and I really owe you.
In all caps with several misspelled words. Did you see the two fucking things fly out of the building? What the hell fuck was that?
Yes, actually I did.
What were they? What did they look like?
Latios and Latios.
Ellipses. They stop. Ellipses. They stop. Ellipses. They stop. Question mark emoji.
Yeah, correct response.
Not even a question mark text. The question mark emoji.
This is queer culture.
Yeah. I was waiting for queer.
Yeah, no,
I was waiting for
absolutely.
queer keyboard smash. Gotta be
Absolutely.
honest.
Yeah.
The color draining out of their face emoji.
You are in some deep shit I want nothing to know about. But good thing is you are always interesting when you roll back into town.
I can let my dad know we owe you, and you can go raid the shop.
Consider your debt repaid. And you'll hear the key turn in the door as he opens the door, still texting you.
I'm just gonna give him a big hug.
And he will sign at you, which is something he was not able to do when you left. And he will sign. Are you good? Do you still need to decompress, or like, do we need to? Is there anything I can help you with?
You don't have any particular interest in ecology, do you?
Outside of what it can do for providing us natural resources, not really.
Keep it that way.
Okay. He'll hold up a finger and walk over to a mini fridge and will pull out a bottle of vodka and set down 2 shot glasses. And then he will hand you both of those shot glasses.
Also, avoid Pokemon professors. They're more trouble than they're worth.
I mean, I wasn't really planning on working for a professor, so.
I wasn't either.
Good to know. Good to know that I can be tapped at any point in time. He just takes a swig out of the vodka bottle before screwing the lid back on and throwing it in the freezer again. You're welcome to hang out here as long as you want. I don't sleep, so, and I don't have classes tomorrow.
You still don't sleep?
Why would I sleep? I can get stuff done. No one bothers me when the sun goes off.
I'm pretty sure you're broken.
No, actually, that's fair. No one does bother me when the sun goes off. That's great.
I love that phrasing. I'm stealing it.
I mean, yeah, like, I don't sleep because I can work on my projects, plus
sleep is the cousin of death, and I don't want that. And I don't want to know that hoe.
Sleep is just death or coma light, and I'm not really trying to subscribe to that. I have discovered a great hookup for my Adderall, though, so there's that.
I guess take what you can get.
I mean, they're not going to give it to me at the doctor's, so. But, yeah, feel free to hang out here as long as you want.
He's on that Pikachu.
I'll hang out with him for a while and discuss engineering bullshit.
He is more than happy to go into info dumping about his projects. He's trying to find a way to he's sort of figuring out a way to do replacement parts for rooms that get broken or injured. Like how to make replacement parts for their engine to keep running.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Ramon actually has a feature that gives him insight into this. So I'm going to brainstorm with them. Pull out the whiteboard. Have a good old.
So many notebooks just gone through.
You
and
two.
At the end of it all, you have a Rev Room
entire composition book.
You two spend a few hours deep in it before you realize that you've spent a few hours deep in it.
I've gotten off on a tangent of alternative fuel sources.
Like, I
theoretical.
you really like convert a rev room over to biodiesel? Is that a thing we can do? Generate their own?
What about dragon instead of poison? Why not?
I'm surprised the Sparkmaster didn't suggest electric forever.
You have my interest. Go on.
And that continues for another
Electric
hour.
vehicles aren't as interesting as dragon cars.
No, you're right, but
They
also
will never be as interesting as dragon cars.
I know, but electric elementalist.
So you spend a few hours with your friend. So your sister will stay for about another hour chatting with you?
Immediately after the phone call.
Okay.
I got the phone, look over at her. So we have some friends that can help with whatever Courtney's done to you.
Okay, I'm listening.
But you're gonna have to trust me.
Oh, this is never good when you start with that. That's how I ended up with green hair for 2 years.
That shouldn't happen this time.
Not won't.
It wasn't my biggest concern, but that it is good that that's off the table.
No, it won't, because I'm not a psychic. I don't know. That's above table. Because I'm not sure why, and I wasn't told why, and it was probably for a good reason. The people that can help you are going to need to blindfold you and use earplugs.
I also texted about once I realized I was there, I'd been there for 30 minutes. I texted about food and drink.
That'll come later because this is immediately after the phone call. They're gonna need to blindfold you and give you earplugs, and it will be psychically active assistance because it's a psychic that did the thing to you.
That makes sense. I just a little worrisome.
I know.
If I'm being honest.
But I trust the people that we're asking. Implicitly.
Okay. And you know I trust you.
Do I know the name of her Lucario?
Yes. Her Lucario is a direct child of your dad's. With man, I had it a second ago. Her Lucario is named Broken Crag.
How's Broken Crag doing?
Fantastic. She will pull up a Pokeball and let out the shiny Lucario.
I will let out Fallen Mist, who is a Lucario now. So just a regular Lucario though. Apparently some of the tribe migrated south. This is Fallen Mist. And as I recall, Fallen Mist's parent was related to my dad.
Yes, Stonecutter.
Stonecutter. Or in some way, Fallen Mist's parent is Stonecutter.
They're siblings then.
Yeah.
Of a sort.
Yeah.
Huh. Can't escape the familial bonds.
Apparently not. Not that I really wanted to, but
I trust you. I trust your friends because you trust them.
Thanks.
So, yeah. Whatever you need to do.
When you get back here tomorrow, we'll get to work on it. And then phone. Make sure you eat and drink plenty if you can.
No, the reverse. Drink plenty, have an empty stomach.
Oh, yeah. Drink plenty and have an empty stomach, apparently.
Okay. I'm going to guess they're wanting me to not have a lot in my stomach because it's probably going to be unloaded, if that's the case.
Probably. And it's also drink
Well,
plenty because then you don't want to be dehydrated.
Mhm. All right. Yeah. Sure. I just noticed the time.
Yeah. Keep going.
Yeah, I have about an hour until lights out. So, she'll give you a final hug.
Give her a tight hug back, and while we're in the hug, you'll be okay.
I know. You're looking out for me.
Ruffle her hair.
And she will extend a hand to shake Fallen Mist's hand.
I'm shake as well.
Take care, my idiot brother.
Well, Mist will nod. I'll look
She'll,
over. I heard that.
She'll recall Broken Crag and make her way out of the secret base.
I'll head out with her and then just keep an eye out for the others getting back.
How long before Annabella returns? Because it's going to be a while before Ramon gets back.
Yeah, probably not long after.
Actually, I'm going to go back in and start training with Pokemon, honestly. Now that I think about it.
Mm-hmm. You can go ahead and do a round of experience training for your Pokemon.
Yep.
Yeah, around, we'll say about the time that starts to wrap up, Annabella will make her way back in. Not like ecstatically, like super happy or anything, but not like bad, not in a bad mood. Just kind of calm, just relaxed.
Hey, Annabelle, how'd it go?
Birch is a lot busier now. I let him know about the recruitment, and he's contacting a lot of everyone, like I said. Parents are okay.
That's good.
They're getting in touch with Professor Sycamore.
Obviously.
And if it weren't for prescription medication, I would be panicking very much more than I am right now.
Why?
I'm extremely scared, to be honest with you.
To be clear, this is not me suggesting that you shouldn't be scared. This is me trying to figure out exactly what it is. What of?
This whole situation, things are happening in Kalos that shouldn't be, as well.
Like what?
And I don't know if that's related or nothing. I
mean, at this point.
Plus, my abilities appearing out of nowhere. It's a lot happening at once.
Okay. Did you want to go talk to the gym leaders here about your abilities?
Not right now, anyway.
I learned some new bits of information while waiting until Ramon gets back. That way I don't have to talk over it.
I was just about to ask, how is she?
Steady.
Better than I expected.
Roll me an intuition check.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Sure, intuition check. $15.
Your sister is doing very well at hiding the fact that she is the most scared she has ever been in her life.
That's why he said steady and not good.
I know that feeling. Do we have any better insights, or is that something we'll discuss when Ramon gets back?
Yeah, wait till Ramon gets back.
Okay.
Though apparently Ramon got some good news, so.
Wonderful.
Go back to doing like push-ups or pull-ups or whatever he was in the middle of doing.
So you guys have about another 2 hours before Ramon realizes how long he's been hanging out with Buggy.
That's fair.
Fair.
And when he
So
does
Ramon-
come back, he's drunk.
Also fair.
So Ramon stumbles into the secret base at like 1 in the morning. Actually, it's more like closer to midnight.
Well, I guess that's
A conversation to have tomorrow? then?
Yep. Definitely not a drunk Ramon conversation.
No.
Ramon will start signing wildly at you and waving his sketchbook.
And I will sign back. You're not making any sense. Your fingers are blurry.
Annabella will still
My
ask for a
fingers
verbal
blurry.
translation.
You're going too fast.
Your fingers are blurry. It's a great.
Slow.
Sorry, what was that, Yara? You were saying?
Annabella will still ask for a verbal translation because she's the one of the party. She's the one out of the three of us who does not know sign language.
Yeah, I know.
Neither does So. He's just doing his best.
So we'll go. I can't translate. Their fingers are too blurry.
Oh, I suppose that would. Okay.
You know, when you move your hand too fast, everything's blurry.
Yeah, Ramon, you're not really able to control the speed of your hands at this moment.
Yeah, no, I'll just go to my room and start sketching out some of the thoughts we had that didn't make it into my sketchbook yet.
Though from the
Yeah.
aura, the aura, I'm saying drunk inspiration.
And avoiding terror.
I don't add that.
Lots of avoidance.
Yep. I don't
Is
need.
he really hide from our problems? Very demure, very mindful.
About 5 or 10 minutes after Ramon gets to his room, I don't know if he has his hearing aids on, but
Oh,
he'll. I was gonna say he'll hear a knock, but he won't.
Feel a knock if you knock hard enough.
Annabella's not really the knock hard kind of person.
That'd be
Do I have a
fine.
Pokemon that can go through walls?
Yes.
Yeah, Crowley.
All of them.
Yes, correct.
Mercedes
Not
will
all,
hear
not
the
all of
knock.
them, just a non-zero amount.
Mercedes will hear the knock and open the door.
Oh, yeah.
That'll work.
Yeah, you knock. After a minute, you see Mercedes has opened the door, smiling wide.
She looks a little bleary-eyed because it's past midnight.
Sorry to disturb you, Mercedes. I was just going to bring your trainer a drink and make sure he was gonna get some sleep.
She definitely just walks over to the table that he's sketching at and just slams her hammer at it to get his attention. It's big hey fucko energy.
Obviously the wince from the sudden loud noise from Annabella.
He looks over, sees what's going on, and turns his hearing aids back on.
Just thought I'd bring you a drink.
I've had a lot of those actually, and
Non-alcoholic.
That's good. That's a
Some
good.
water. She has a glass of water in her hands.
Here's a
He will
glass of
drink
water.
one day.
Here's some ibuprofen. Please lay down.
That exactly. Yes. She's
good.
French. She understands.
He will drink as much water as you have brought.
There's a big pint glass of water, or whatever glasses are available here, and it's like two little wrapped in a bit of paper, little 2 things of ibuprofen, and we're going to try and have a talk about everything over breakfast. So try and get some sleep.
It all sucks, doesn't it?
It's a lot.
I'd rather make cars.
And I would rather be up on Mount Pyre right now, but this is where we're stuck, I suppose.
I mean, I would rather my sister, be back at home, not with a bomb in her head.
Yeah, but you're not here, so
Understandable, but also you're not here.
Yeah, I know. I'm just putting that out there.
I guess we'll have a talk about it in the morning.
Yeah, just take care. Have a good night.
He's gonna stand up out of the chair and just give you a big old hug. It's for the
there's
water.
There's less of a wince than the last couple times it's happened. Any hugs have happened, so she's clearly getting used to you. And yeah, she'll wrap her arms back around.
I'm glad you're my friend, Annabelle.
Same to you, Ramon.
I'm gonna get some.
For an episode titled Paddling Around Pacifidlog, we definitely didn't spend any time there.
Yeah, we went straight to fucking Moss Deep.
We paddled out of Pacifidlog.
Immediately out of Pacifidlog. Ironic titles.
Okay.
It's right. Next episode is moseying around Moss Deep when we go to Tetopolis.
Immediately.
Everyone gets some sleep. And So is up first, followed by Annabella, and then whenever Ramon decides to wake up.
Yep.
When I hear Mercedes do the traditional body slam, I'm gonna go get Ramon up.
Which is about 9 a.m.
It's not later than normal because Mercedes is giving him a chance to recover.
Oh, that's so
That's
kind.
nice of her.
She gave you like 2 extra hours, but after that, she was tired of sitting in the room.
I'll tousle her hair because I do recognize that was very kind.
And then the door opens. And just the sign for Rise and Shine. Because I know
You
you're asleep. Your hearing aids are off.
What if I slept naked?
He just shrugs.
Ramon just looks offended at you.
It's like, I know you don't.
But I might.
With a Pokemon that routinely throws you out of bed?
You have a point. I'll get out of bed and head to where everybody else is.
You all sit down to breakfast. Some of you may have already eaten breakfast.
All right, so we might need to infiltrate Team Magma.
How about don't?
And I will begin to explain everything that I learned from the conversation.
You learned that there are about 14 different safe house bases around the region. That every couple of days the grunts are moved around. They're on a rotating shift of every 3 days. They will swap who gets to eat. You go 2 days with food, 2 days without, 2 days with food, 2 days without. And that there's about 40 plus grunts currently in the base that Allie is staying at.
And only one of them is one of the four friends?
Yes.
That she was recruited with in Sinnoh, and that she will not leave without them.
Well, that's dumb. she should leave, and we should try not infiltrating. Have you considered that we could just rescue some of the grunts and go track down the bases without? We could offer them food. I mean, if I hadn't eaten in 2 days, I'd tell you where the bases were for food.
Based on what she was talking about, how Courtney treats grunts, I imagine that psychic interference in her head is a kill switch. Which means that if
We
that
have a solution for that.
we have a solution for that for all of them.
We just gotta rescue enough that we get the 14 locations, and then we can just go have somebody else deal with Courtney.
And how long?
Have you considered that?
How many of them will Courtney implode the brains of before we can deal with whatever she's done to them?
Courtney finds out that one of her little kill switches has been disarmed. She explodes every single one.
No,
yeah.
She doesn't explode every single one because then she's out of forces. She finds whoever did it and tries to kill them.
Yeah, but if we infiltrate, we hand ourselves over to her and she tries to kill us. And I would really call me selfish. I would prefer not being killed to being killed.
That's entirely fair.
On a slightly less selfish note.
I don't care if it's selfish, frankly.
It's also not feasible, at least on my end. If I can sense her psychic residue, she absolutely can sense mine.
That's fair.
She's seen me. She can pick me up like that.
She's seen all of us.
Correct. We are easy prey.
You are being an idiot, and you need to not.
I've called my mentor in to help.
There is a knock.
Maybe they can talk sense into you.
And there is a knock at the front door of your base.
And I'm perfectly, as I stand up and start walking, and I'm perfectly happy doing it on my own if I need to. And it heads
How about you don't?
Heads to go open the door.
There are 3 individuals standing outside. Ryoko, Latios, and Latias.
Yo!
They kind of like look behind them and look at you. Are they who I think they are?
Yes, come in.
Okay. And they just walk inside.
And gesture for the legendaries to follow.
I'll put some more coffee on.
Thank you, that would be appreciated. Espresso, please.
Of course.
And ever to their nature, Latios just flops down on a beanbag, and Latios just posts up in the corner, brooding.
I'll begin to explain while we're waiting for Aoi to arrive. I will begin explaining everything to Ryoko.
They are very quiet throughout the entire thing, digesting very slowly. And there are a couple of times they ask you to repeat or clarify something. But after your whole spiel, they just kind of run their hand over their chin. That's a lot.
Yeah.
There's no. What am I supposed to say to that? I don't know. I want to be encouraging and help you, and I just don't know the words to say.
Tell him not to infiltrate Team Magma.
Don't
he will die.
Team Magma, you'll die. That's what you wanted me to say?
Well, believe it a little bit more than that.
If I think Ryoko's more on her side here, and Annabella comes back over, 2 coffee cups in each hand, and 2 floating slightly above. It's like she's carrying 4 of them, and the last 2 are levitated.
Latias gives a little clap. and everybody's phones go off.
That's
Deal.
compelling. I will check my phone.
As putting them down, she kind of beckons to the Rotom phone to float up.
And when I mean all of you, I mean the party members.
Yeah.
But is a text from an unrecognized number.
What does it say?
It's a wall of text. Hello, my name is Professor Oak. I would like to welcome each of you to the International Pokemon Defense League. Your orientation will be quick and on the fly. There is no proper orientation for this. I appreciate all of the work you have done so far, but I'm going to have to ask you to step up a little more. With information that we've been provided, we are beginning to geotag locations of potential safe houses. I have attached the location of 5 to this. I ask that you investigate post-haste using whatever means necessary to get any information from those bases that you can. I understand that this mission is dangerous. And if the 5 of you assist in stopping Team Magma from doing something that is potentially going to end the entire world, any rank you want is yours. If you want a gym, we will set you up with that. If you want a spot on the Elite Four or as a champion, you'll have to fight for it, but the argument will be made for you to do so. I know that these are not the greatest of terms, and I wish that I could offer more besides money or Pokemon. But I'm asking you as not only a concerned citizen of my region and as the professor of it, but also as somebody who has helped defend the world before. I ask that you will step into my shoes and help. And with that, that is where we will end for the session.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.